Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan and I am a Central Texas gardener in Zone 8B. I live in Austin, Texas, and I thought I would go over today some of the things that I'm starting seeds for right now at the end of June, beginning of July, so that you all fellow southern gardeners can get an idea of things that you can possibly grow during the summer when it's very hot. So we have a pretty long growing season, so if you're in a cooler climate, some of these things probably won't have enough time to fruit before your frost date starts, but since we have a really long growing season, I'm able to start some of these things now and have plenty of time to harvest them before we have any kind of frost or cold weather. It is very hot, and so some of these things might not do great just due to the heat, but the way I'm planning on setting up some of these things and putting them, I'm going to strategically place them where they'll get more shade. I also tried to stack my gardens in kind of a permaculture way where some of the plants shade other plants for parts of the day when it's really hot. So yeah, I'm just going to go over, I've got a whole bunch of seeds here to go over with you guys. I actually started all of these yesterday, so I'm super excited to get them going. Actually, some of them I started like a week ago and they're already, yay big. So I probably should have sorted these, but I'll just go through them in no particular order. And the first one, which I'm actually starting to get fruit on my second round of these, because my first round was, I don't know what ate it. Something ate it, and it was starting to climb up the trellis, and something ate it. So I started a new round when I saw that, and so I'm going to start a third round of these, and my first round is just starting to fruit. They're the Early Fortune cucumbers from Baker Creek Seeds, and they are actually I don't think Baker Creek puts, they don't put the how long it takes on their packets, but since they're an Early Fortune, they're supposed to be a shorter variety, so we should get fruit faster than like a traditional variety. And mine are finally taking off and starting to fruit. These birds are about to fight. Okay, now they're not gonna fight. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna be starting is some more zucchini. These are just the classic green, the Ford Hook zucchinis. All of mine were killed by squash vine borers, so we're gonna try again. And I'm planning on planting those under the canopy of some sunflowers and some other tall crops. I think also under corn. I'm gonna try to do like the Three Sisters bed, so I will also be planting some beans, but I'll show you that. Okay, back again. We will make it through this. My air conditioner has turned on, my toddler has woken up, and we've had bird fights, and so this is how it goes. But I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. The next thing I started were these Rosa Bianca eggplants, and eggplants are perennial, so they will come back year after year, so even if I don't get fruit off of them this year, I can overwinter them. Next, this might be a bit of a risk because they do have a pretty long date, but I think I'll be fine. 105 days. Some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. Hopefully I'll get them right around Halloween. Next, I'm going to be starting some more sunflowers, and I actually also planted a bunch of sunflower seeds in the back garden bed that my dad gave me, and I just direct sowed those. But these, since I paid for them, I sorted them in seed pods because I don't want the birds to eat them. But these are also the edible sunflower seeds, so I'm excited about that. The next one is a new one to me, and it's Amaranth. I've been wanting to try this forever, and I saw it in someone's yard and it looked so pretty, and I didn't know you could eat the leaves of amaranth. And it says on the seed packet that it's heat and drought tolerant once established, and you can eat the leaves like you eat a spring green or spinach, and you can cook it or eat it in a salad. So super excited about that one. The next one is another type of squash, winter squash. But yeah, I'm sorry, I think this is summer squash. Yeah, I think this is like a summer kind of like a kind of like a patty pan. It's called the Gebler Englishire custard. So that will be a good one that I'll have climbing up one of my trellises. And then I have some purple beans. I direct sowed a few of these, but I'm thinking I'm gonna also put a few in a pod because I direct sowed them like 5 days ago and they haven't popped up yet. So I'm gonna do a backup and hopefully I can get these to climb up one of my trellises. And then I have another eggplant. I'm gonna butcher this. Litzada de Grandina eggplant. It's a eggplant from Spain. I don't know, I just thought it looked really pretty. I like to grow pretty things. Next we have another squash plant, the red curry squash. I actually have a pretty decent sized one of these that I planted in one of my grow bags, and it's doing pretty well. It's getting afternoon shade, so even though it's still really hot out, it's still doing pretty well. It's only, you know, about this big right now, so it hasn't produced any flowers or anything, but it's survived, so that's a good sign. The next one is another type of zucchini, the round zucchini. This one should also be cute. I think what I'm going to do is, if you saw my last garden tour, the bed that I talked about that was really struggling, that has some tomatoes in it, I think I'm going to rip that whole bed out once these seedlings get big enough, and I'm going to make it like a squash bed, and that also gets afternoon shade. The next thing that I actually direct sowed, I direct sowed this whole packet of corn. I actually direct sowed 2 packets of corn, and in my very back bed with sunflowers. And this is where I'm gonna plan to also plant some of the beans so they will climb up them, and then some squash around it. And that's a traditional style of gardening done by indigenous people, and it's been around for millions of years. I didn't invent it, or I guess I should probably say thousands and hundreds of thousands of years. I did not invent this technique at all, but it is a very interesting technique and it works really well in hot climates. And then these are the beans that I'm planning to do that with, the dragon's tongue beans. I'll also do it with those purple beans I showed as well. So I've never grown these, but apparently they are great in hot climates. Not sure how I'm gonna feel about them because I do eat green beans, but I'm not a huge fan of when they get big and they get kind of like waxy, and I've heard that these are waxy, but they just look so gorgeous, so we'll give it a try. And then the last thing I have, wait, I think I have one more that I didn't show you. Did I show you guys basil? I don't know, I am planting lots more basil. I don't know if I showed you or not. I know I see the packet now, but I am planting a lot more basil. I'm drowning in it, but I love it, so I'm gonna plant more. The last thing that I've started are these Italian Roma tomatoes. My Roma, I run one Roma plant this year and it went crazy. I got a ton of tomatoes off of it. They're all in the freezer for making sauce. So I'm hoping that I can get another round of Roma tomatoes and be able to make some sauce, because unfortunately my San Marzanos, which were the ones I was counting on, have done very bad this year. My cherries have done great, but my San Marzanos were the ones I was planning on making a lot of sauce with, and they have done horribly. So these are a determinate, so they grow a lot faster, or I should say they produce the fruit at kind of one time rather than like throughout the season. So if you are trying to do a second crop of tomatoes, a determinate might be a good option for you. I'm also planning on trimming some of my suckers off my current tomato plants, and like you can see right here, I have one in water. I talked about this in my Grow Food for Free video. I'm planning on being able to start some tomato plants that way, hopefully. So I'm gonna do that pretty soon before all my tomatoes shrivel up. And then once those roots are established, hopefully we'll be, you know, late July, and I can get them in the ground and still get another crop from those tomatoes. So that is what I have going on. Those are the seeds I'm starting. Quick video for you guys today. I know I like to talk a lot, but I thought I would just share because I've been wanting to film and everything has always gone wrong. Like, you know, there's life stuff is always happening. So I just thought I would make a quick video to show you guys what I'm up to, and I hope you enjoy. I would love to know what you're gonna grow, if you're gonna do a second round of plants this summer, or if you're calling it quits, you're like, I'm over the heat. and you just want to wait until fall, I totally understand. I was kind of feeling a little like, oh man, like summer garden, it's already kind of done. Like I have okra going and some loofahs and things, but I kind of was feeling a little down, but just like I wasn't going to be getting a huge harvest. But I do feel good about these, and even if some of them can't take the heat, at least I tried. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Trying to put out consistent videos, but you know, life happens. So if you also like the video, do that thing. And thank you all for commenting. I really love talking with you all about gardening. It's super fun for me in the comments, and I've gotten a lot of great tips. So if you have any tips or ideas, please go ahead and leave a comment, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.